Hi and welcome. My name is Lotfi. Normally you should be watching this on my website. If you're not, click the link below. Then you will get a bigger picture and see much more interesting things, because this video is part of a whole package of things about how to be healthier, how to live healthier, how to feel better, how to feel great, physically, emotionally, mentally. In this video I would like to talk about how to reach inner balance, because inner balance will prevent a lot of illnesses, including cancer. You can discover on this specific page more about how, but what I would like to talk to you now about is the inner balance. Reaching inner balance is simple and difficult at the same time. It depends on you if it's going to be more simple or more difficult. If you open your mind and you are prepared to let go of old perceptions, of old concepts, and you are open to new possibilities and new ways of doing things, then it will be much simpler. If you believe that your life is the way it is and it will never change and never improve, and you already have decided what exactly you need, which conditions you need for your life to be better, then it's going to be very, very tough. So, if you choose the tough way, then you can stop watching this video. If you're choosing the easy way, you're choosing to let go of many of your old beliefs, many things as you have been told before by your teachers, by your parents, by society in general, and you're open to new things because they've been telling you things in the past based on their past, and I'm telling you things today which are based on today and which are also based on what's to come, and on the experience of myself, my coaches, and many people around me. So, there are a few basic things. You need to get rest. You need to sleep enough to take every day a moment, and when I'm saying a moment, is not a few seconds, but I'm talking about half an hour to an hour, time to really relax yourself. Time to look at your day, look at the good, look at the bad. Time to look forward on what you would like to achieve, how you would like to feel mainly. And from there, you'll see that you'll start to sleep better if you do this in the evening. That your day will be better if you do this in the morning. So you could do half an hour in the morning, half an hour in the evening. You could choose to make it longer, it's up to you. But half an hour just take for yourself means you value yourself. You're worth personal attention for at least 1 hour a day. Do you realize what that means? When's the last time you got full attention for an hour? Or even for half an hour? From somebody? And from yourself? Well, it's important. It's what most people call meditation. And hey, meditation is not per se you sitting still for an hour, not moving, having your feet, your back, your shoulders, your neck hurting at a certain moment because you're not sitting in a very comfortable position. People say you're supposed to sit like this because this is the only way to meditate. But hey, it's very uncomfortable physically. Well, let go of all that bullshit. It helps to be sitting up, not to fall asleep, even if you do it in the evening, because you want to first find your inner peace before you go into sleep. And if it's in the morning, you don't want to go back to sleep, you want to energize. Some people do this during a walk. I know many people who say that having a dog is a great thing because it forces you to go out and to relax for a moment and go in a peaceful rhythm, the rhythm of your dog, and to get some fresh air, and there's not much you can do. And yeah, it's a great moment for self-reflection. And I love to have a walk in the park. And if you don't have a park close by, have it wherever you can. I used to walk in the city as well when I didn't have a park close by. If you can go into nature, it's even better. Talking nature means outside the city, outside your village. If you live close to the sea, have a walk on the beach. It's great. Doesn't matter what the weather is. A walk outside is always gonna help you to relax. If it's cold, you dress well. If it's rainy, you protect yourself. If it's warm and rainy, well, you can get wet. You're not made of sugar. You will not get sick because it's warm. Doesn't matter. Second thing is to start watching less TV, because TV is basically brainwashing you and is wasting your time, most of it, because you're watching what some people want you to see and you're often not watching what you really want to see. So if you decide to watch documentaries about nature, it will be very good, because you will learn a lot about how nature works. Because we are not living in nature anymore. We're living in some artificial built cities with a lot of artificial stuff around us. But if you look at how nature was conceived and nature survived for billions of years, and we humans are just destroying ourselves, destroying our health, destroying nature around us. If you look at nature by itself, how it is, you may learn a lot. If you are on LinkedIn, you can join the group Green Eco-Friendly that I'm managing. You will see a lot of things that you can do to get closer to nature, to be nicer to nature, but also to be nicer to you. It will also help you to bring inner peace, to bring relaxation, knowing you're doing something good, but also it feels good to do these things. You can also start to eat healthier. Eating healthier doesn't mean you need to be hungry or not eat the things you like to eat. And I will not go too much in detail, but if you want, on my testimonial page you will see some logos. One of them is Anka Fota. Yeah, at this moment it's a green logo. I don't know if this is the definite logo or she will change it, but Anka Fota. She's a dietist who is doing something unique. She works with natural products, which are affordable, and she helps creating diets for you, so your neighbor will get a different one, who will prevent you from being hungry, will make you lose or gain weight, depending on what your needs are, but mainly will have you gain energy, feel great. And these diets have an enormous variety, and you will not be eating every day the same thing, and you will be eating 3 times a day, or maybe even more, and you will really enjoy it. And like I said, you will not be hungry anymore, because most diets are a torture. That's why people don't stick with them, unless they're really masochists and they love feeling the pain. And then there is motivational books, motivational videos you can watch or read. Not all of them are good, but you feel. You see what resonates with you. And what resonates with you today may not resonate with you tomorrow. And what resonated with you yesterday may not resonate with you today anymore. So I didn't resonate with Tony Robbins, for example, for a very long period of time. It was too much hype and publicity around it. And then I got to watch a few videos and they were really inspiring, and yeah, now I'm like, yeah, it's okay. He's working on similar things I'm working on, but in a different way, and his way doesn't resonate with me anymore. Part of it does, but not everything. So I prefer to watch Bashar or Kyle and sometimes some other people to get inspired, to realize what I'm doing, what I'm not doing, what I could do differently. And there are some books that you can read, and depending on where you are in your personal development, you could start with The Celestian Prophecy, which is a beautiful story, but it's a story where in the story it's taking your hand and walking you through personal development, walking you through the different stages of awareness. The movie is different. The movie is an enormous shortcut. The book is really nice. You have it in PDF. You can find it online in PDF. You can find it in audiobook. And after that, what I recommend is a book from Gary Zukav, The Seat of the Soul. That is not a story. That is, I don't know how many chapters, but every chapter has a different subject. And it's really a book that teaches things. It's not a book that you start reading today and tomorrow you finished it. No way. If you do it this way, there's a high chance either you already know everything that's in there, but then you will not read the whole book anyway, or you're not absorbing. It's a book, when I read it, I would read a chapter and then I would pause. And at a certain moment I would feel like reading again, and then again I would read a chapter. And every time I would pick up the book, the next chapter that I had to read was about something I was exactly dealing with at that moment. And that book helped me a lot to realize a lot about myself and about how life is working, how the universe is working. And yeah, I consider it to be a great book. There's also a book for if you are in the corporate world and you are busy with sales. It's called Winners and Whiners. It's from Frank van Laar. It's a Dutch guy. There's an English translation. The original is in Dutch. And this guy is a very high level sales guy who started on the very low level sales. I mean, selling small things, and then he started selling at the end very big things. And this guy charges a lot of money for trainings because his trainings go in depth. And the beauty about that book is, and I read it before even the Celestine Prophecy, when I was still very much into selling, it's written like the guy talks. It's very smooth, very easily, and he explains what sales is really about. He talks about communication. And he explains in a very simple, fun way the fundamentals of communicating and basic principles in communication, which are respect, which are trust. Basically, if you want to be a good salesperson, it means you are honest. It means you are truthful with your clients. It means you're not trying to stuff something in somebody's face, but you really want your clients to get the best there is. You want your clients to benefit and to grow, and you will advise them what's best for them, not what's best for your pocket. And this is a fantastic book. It's about sales, officially, but it's actually about how do you communicate with people in good harmony and to reach win-win situations. So it's very good for negotiations, if you want to buy, to sell, or if you are in a work council, or you have regularly to negotiate with people in your work. It's fantastic. And there is another book which is called Screw It, Let's Do It, from Richard Branson, the owner of Virgin, the 500 plus Virgin companies. And this guy talks about his life, and every decision he takes is intuition based. And he became a multi-billionaire. And his philosophy is to add value to others. And by doing that, he becomes valuable, his product becomes valuable, and that's how he makes money at the end. And sometimes quite fast. But the client comes first. The people in general come first. What do they need? Where is the lack of? And then he improves an existing product or creates a product that fills the gap, so that people get what they need. And this guy is also doing a lot for charity, not by just dumping money in a big hole, no, by basically, like the Chinese say, don't give the poor guy fish, but teach him how to fish. And he teaches people how to fish in such a way that they catch enough fish for themselves to live, but also to exchange or to sell, so that they can get other things, so they can get bread and they can get clothes, things like that. It's metaphoric, but you get the picture, I hope. Then there are workshops you can go to, seminars as well. Seminars generally are just a person talking like me now, just throwing information at you with, if you're lucky, some moments of Q&A. You get to ask questions and the person will answer them. But what I like more, and I do organize seminars, but that is more as an introduction to what's coming next, which are workshops. In workshops, you learn the most, because you are doing. Yes. To learn something, you need to do it. I love workshops. It's during workshops that people reach the most in general. There's a group dynamic that's not putting pressure, but that is supporting, that's giving you energy, courage to move forward. There is the fact that when the attention goes to one person, the other people are also learning. And you're learning from each other, you're learning from each other's questions, you learn from each other's experiences. And like I said, most importantly, you are doing. You are practicing. And one of these workshops that I love the most is the Breakthrough Workshop, which is a very intense weekend, organizing it with my dear life partner and coaching partner, Ibi Beresh. And there are many reasons why we do it together. The most important one is to balance the male and the female energy in the group, because we go very much in depth and we help people to discover the blockages and to deal with them by going to the root. And that's how people transform. So they're transformational workshops. In general, our work is transformational. During these weekends, or we organize during the week, but these few days workshops, it's very intense and people take huge steps. And everyone takes the biggest step he can or she can take in that moment. There is no rule on what you have to do. There's no rule on how big your step has to be. You do what you can do on that moment, which is the highest achievable result for you in that moment, which is always a very big step forward. Even if sometimes it's not visible to certain people, still it is, because a lot is happening there. Another thing that's possible, there are programs. Like I have now a program running which is called How to Be Simply Happy, which is a video program, but it's interactive. So you join for a period of 6 months, and you can extend by another period of 6 months, another one, as much as you want. During this period you watch 2 videos per week, and in these videos I share my personal experience or experiences from clients or people I've worked with or friends or my mentors, my coaches. And you learn through these experiences, and I'm sharing things you can implement. And the most important part in this is the interactive part. You get to ask me questions which I will be answering in coming videos. And there will be other people asking questions, and we'll answer those questions as well. And there's a reason why you join at a certain moment and you are together in the group with other people, because whatever comes up touches all of you. And you will learn from the answers, or even just the questions that are asked by other people. And like they're learning from your questions and the answers I give on them. And that's a great program because it helps you to find inner balance and to look at life from a different perspective. And there are many more things you can do. You can decide to have private sessions with someone. What I advise is to go to someone who works with intuition. Not somebody who learned at school how psychology works and calls himself a psycho something. Yeah, I call it the psychos. I saw this funny picture, maybe I'll add it on the video, from this guy who wrote on the door of the psychotherapist the name and psychotherapist, and because the window was not so big, it ended up being, I don't know what the name was, Psycho the rapist. And unfortunately, a lot of psychotherapists, psychoanalysts, psycho whatever, are just applying certain rules they learned at school, where the first thing is that psychology in Latin means science of the soul, where psychology in practice, and it took them very long to get it admitted as a science, and was only admitted as a science once some people saw the benefits of using it to manipulate people. It's just the science of the mind. How can you trick the mind? How can you manipulate the mind? And most psychologists are taught and are also practicing not to confront somebody with his actions or with his emotions. And then they keep people coming for 10 to 20 sessions, and yeah, the results are, if there are results, then yeah, sometimes the person is lucky, but often it's medium to mediocre. And yes, EB did study psychology, and she got her degree, but she decided that what she learned there is just one aspect, and is an aspect of looking at the mind, and is not working on soul level. So she can use certain things she learned there, but mainly what she does is using her intuition, and like I do, connecting from soul to soul. And that's when you go past all the layers, all the masks, all the harnesses people are putting on, all the defense mechanisms, all the walls people are building. And that's when you can really start to work with a person. And you will see all these masks, all these walls will just fade away. May take time, but it does. And generally we work in packages of 5 sessions, not 10 or 20. Yes, some people want more, but that's because they have a new goal they set. Normally within 5 sessions we get people to resolve a big issue, because we are not hovering around in the mind, because the mind is a computer who's doing calculations based on the past. We go to the soul and go to the root of the issue, and we resolve from there. So if you're open to that, please work with us, or somebody who works the same way. And as there is no real psychology, no real science of the soul that has been certified, you do not need to look for people who have degrees, because there is no degree in the science of the soul. Look at the references of what people say who have been working with a coach. Watch some videos of the person. Feel. How does it feel to listen to that person, to see that person? If you feel good, then you most likely also feel trust, so you can work with the person. If you don't feel it, even if everyone around you is saying the person is great, then don't. Because if you do not feel it's the right person for you, feel, not think, feel, then you will not get the result you want. And if you put a goal, when you start to work with someone, or you go to a workshop, put the goal on the emotional level. A very simple example. I want to do this course or whatever because I want to be wealthy. If you say wealthy, being wealthy, having abundance, then having abundance can be a feeling, or it can be a number you have in mind. If it's a number, then you're very limited to the 3D world, and you may not reach that number, or you may reach that number and still not feel great. If you say abundance and you have the feeling of abundance, then the number becomes irrelevant. And true abundance means you having enough of what you need on the moment that you need it. Always, wherever you go. And that's already a big difference. And maybe one day you need 10 million for something. And I guarantee you will have that 10 million on the moment you need it. But maybe daily you only need 10. 10 euros, $10, 10 whatever. You'll have 10. Because you don't need 11. And you will not be worried about, yeah, but maybe tomorrow yeah, well, then tomorrow you'll have what you need then. And if it's, but just in case, that's fear. That's fear-based. And that's how most people live, and that's how society is built, and that's how companies make money. It's all based on fear. Power through fear. Do you want to be in fear the rest of your life? Or you want to feel peace and love? So, coming back to the inner balance and the effect on your health, I guarantee you, the more inner balance you start to create for yourself, the more you clean up energetically pains and traumas, the healthier you'll get. You will get less sick, and if you already, less often, and if you already have some kind of illness, there's a very high chance it will reduce, or the symptoms will reduce, or it will even completely go away. And there are thousands of cases of people who have healed cancer or other illnesses. And the science says placebo effect. I don't give a fuck how they call it. The fact is, when they say the placebo effect, and they're healed. They're healed. That's the most important thing. And science cannot explain how, so they just throw a label on it that they consider to be ugly because they cannot explain it. So they hate it. Because them not being able to explain it means they look stupid and they cannot make money on it. Do you give a fuck about them? No. You want to be healthy and happy. So, let that be your focus. Please, if you have any questions, put them in the comments or contact me directly. And I have many more videos where I talk about how to reach this level of peace, inner peace and happiness and health. My website is full of it. On YouTube you'll find a lot of videos, and you can always contact me. Looking forward to working with you. And if you cannot work with me for whatever reason, find somebody you feel you can trust. Working with me is not limited to where you live. You can be anywhere in the world, different time zone, very far away. You still have Skype or WhatsApp or Fiber or whatever. So there are ways of working together. Wish you a very beautiful day. Hope to see you soon.